Welcome, everybody, to another session of Messages of Love from Above. So grateful to have you here, and thank you so much for all your love and all your support. Can not thank you enough. I did reach my 1,000 subscribers. As you guys probably know, I've been mentioning it if you have been attending in these lives or paying attention to my social media. And I am recording the giveaway for 10 free 1-hour personal recorded readings. So I will be posting that hopefully today after I edit it and make it all pretty. So I'm excited for that. And I'll also be announcing the winner of the 30-minute free recorded reading that I put out each week. So I will, see both of those. So I'm excited. Before we get into the actual readings, I would love for you to join me if you feel so inclined to send love out to the world, some unconditional love. So I'm going to take a big, deep breath, come back to this moment. And if you're watching this on replay or live right now, energy, the love energy, knows no time, no space. So we're going to meet all together outside of time and space and give love to the world. When one of us gives love, unconditional love, that higher vibration love, it transforms and counterbalances 700,000 individuals that are experiencing the lower vibrational fear and the lower vibrational love in the world. So one of us doing it is amazing. Two of us independently doing it is even more amazing. But when we do it all together, it doesn't add together, it multiplies. So I love the energy that comes through. So take a deep breath and allow that unconditional love from above to flow down and fill up your heart, your soul, your body, your mind, and let it overflow out to the world. And if you are in need of love right now, for any reason, I'm sending it to you right now as well. We'll all send it to you. Beautiful. Thank you so very much. All right, let us get going here. I don't have any really big announcements or any reminders. You guys know all of have a ton of playlists in my description of the video here. And so if you ever want to have additional messages outside of the lives, there's a lot of recorded readings. So I am excited. All right, we've got quite a list. So let's get going here. And up first is going to be Kritika. And you want to know what blessings are coming your way in love and career. So let's take a look here. And then Rishi, you will be up next. All right. Let's see what we got going on here for Kritika. All right. Oh my gosh. 2 cards pop out. You want to know about love and career. You got love. And you got the pentacles, the outside world, which would be like career. So you've got new love coming in and new opportunities in career coming in too. So we asked for it, we got it, right? So tell me a little bit more about love here. Okay. A little bit more about career. Nope, none of those. Okay. I laugh because I asked for clarity on the lovers, and you got the Page of Cups, which is also about new love coming in. So definitely it's on the horizon. They say it's coming here. Your career, you have the death and the rebirth with that Ace of Pentacles, makes sense about something new coming in. So it's like your old um, kind of path of your career. You're going through this rebirth. You're going possibly into a different direction. Yeah, Three of Wands is about a different direction. Usually, there's someone on a shore with a ship, and it means that when you have an Ace of Wands, you get the Two of Wands, which is about planning and taking some steps, and Three of Wands is you've taken steps, but new things are having you switch a direction. So that's exactly what they're having there. Wow, they are coming through crystal clear for you right now, Kritika. So beautiful. I like that. So you do have a change of career path coming up and going in a different direction than you normally would. And then love is coming your way too. So definitely keep your eyes open and follow your heart. Really, they're like, say, live your life, live in the moment, and things just unfold. They're not wanting you to make a ton of plans. Yeah, because you have the World card too, which is ending of old cycles and new beginnings. So I feel in both love and career, it's like this reboot, this restart. It's like let everything else go and look at everything with fresh new eyes about what would you want to do with career, what would you want to do with love, and try to get out of your mind and get into what would make your heart sing. What do you want? What are you waiting to live for? Are you just going to try to live up to expectations and check off all the boxes that everyone wants you to, so everyone else is happy but you're miserable and exhausted? It's like, nope, it's time for you to head in the direction that you are wanting, and to live and to love. So I like it. That's what they have for you, Kritika. So many blessings. All right, Rishi, you are up. Yeah, my sinuses are much better, even though I know right now you guys hear me going, but it's the morning and I don't talk a whole lot. Especially my host, she's still in the hospital. So um, any love you want to send her way, I definitely appreciate it. She's getting better and better, but then she has a setback and then she gets better and better. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward. So just send her some love. She's a go-getter, and so sitting in the hospital kind of drives her nuts a little bit. So I appreciate all the love, but that's why I haven't talked to a lot of this morning. I don't talk to her dogs a whole lot. So but I feel good. So thank you. And you'd like a reading to know what were Bianca's intentions towards you and whether it was right to set boundaries. All right, let's take a look here. So what are Bianca's intentions towards you? Okay. Okay. And then boundaries. Yeah. Well, her intentions towards you looks like 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. All I saw with all of this is like money, money, money. And I don't know, um, I just feel like she was looking for outside security from you. And yeah, and you have the Four of Cups, which is usually it's someone sitting back like this, just looking at the 3 cups that aren't fulfilling and something else being offered. And so I feel like four is like a stable number. If you think of like a table, a huge table with 4 huge legs, very solid foundation. So this is stable emotions, and I kind of feel like that is like putting a square around things, which for me does show boundaries. And they're like, yeah, putting up emotional boundaries was a good thing for you right now with them, because it feels like she was looking to you to feel whole and secure in the outside world. And um I don't know if I don't know if it's really like she was wanting um, you for your money or anything like that. I'm not sure if that's really what it is trying to say. More so that it's about her security. She was trying to look for you to make her feel secure and it's not your job right now. So you were a good mirror in setting boundaries. So yeah, they're saying you did what was appropriate for emotional stability and the boundary. So I like that for you. So many blessings to you, Rishi. So that many blessings to you. Verinda, you are up, and then Shay, you will be up after that. So what were Jai's feelings for you when he left his body? And what was his last message before his passing? Okay, let's take a look here. See what he wants you to know. I feel like it was something goofy. I don't know why. Was he a character? He just feels like like he would do something silly. But let's take a look here. Okay. So I feel, and there's you got 3 cards, and all 3 are major arcana. So these are like, boom, really important things. And I feel like his feelings for you when he left your body, of course, were of love, and nothing compared to the love that he is able to have for you now. Because in the human body, we have restrictions, so many thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and conditional love, right? But when all those fall away, a friend of mine, she had her husband pass, and when I was channeling him for her, he was like, oh my God, the moment he left his body, he became aware of everything in his life, like why he made the decisions he did, why he wanted things to have happen. All the questions we probably want to know. It's like immediately when the veil is lifted, you just have access to all the knowledge in an instant, and you understand it all in an instant because you're connected to your higher self. It's like, oh, so all the feelings you had, why, all these whys, and you see your entire life in a flash and understand it all. And then he goes in the next instant, you're immediately by all your loved ones, because you can be all with them, each and every single one of them. And even though there might be like 10, like if there's 10 people that you're around, you can be with each one 100% of the time. And then they said that they also were able to see and connect, because they're connecting with the higher self of the other person as well, because they're in that realm, right? They're able to understand every emotion you ever felt, all the way back till when you were in the womb, every thought, every decision, um, and then also the future too. They are like, we don't talk about that though, because people are, well, tell me what's going to happen, da da da, and they're like, nope, it's a surprise. They try to. That's why we come down here veiled, because we don't want to know what everything's going to happen, because that's part of the excitement of living a human life. So they're like, but they get to know you so much more deeply, and they have so much more admiration and understanding and love that they could ever have. And that's like the emotions. And they said we all go through that, is what they said. And I was like, wow. And so your husband is like, this is what happens. Yes, yes. Because they tap in that memory and go, yeah, what he said. It's like, oh, okay. And so he wants you to know that. And then his last message before passing is, you're going to be fine. You're going to be solid. This is the 4 of the Emperor, which is about you're going to be strong. You're going to take over your life, because you also got the Strength card. So he's like, you have so much inner strength. Connect to your higher self, and you will feel and understand your true power and how much control you have, because you got the Emperor and the Hierophant, which are the 2 huge leaders of society and spirituality. And they're like, here's the strength. This is who you are. You hold so much power, and you are going to realize it. So connect to your power and understand how powerful you are, and that you're so much more than this human body, and the experiences you go through. Continue to go through human experiences, but really connect to your higher self, because that's where I am. I'm talking to your higher self. I'm with your higher self right now. And I love that. So that's what they have for you, Verinda. Many, many, many blessings for you. And you hang in there. All right, Shay, you are up. And then Shivani, you will be up after that. So, Shay, what's coming towards you in love? All right, let's take a look here. See what is up with love. All right. Okay, I like that, and that's okay. I like that, and that's oh, they are hilarious today. So you got the star card, which is one of the wish fulfillment cards. So love, you have like this ideal, beautiful love that's headed your way. And I laughed because they're like in timing and balance. Temperance is patience. So you are having this beautiful love that's headed, but be patient, right? And it's like, oh, wow, I love that. And then they're like, while you're waiting, step back into yourself, into your high temple. This is the high priestess card. Sorry for the glare there. But so the high priestess steps back into her temple, connects inward and upward to the higher realms, behind the veils, down into the unconscious, the subconscious, and deep levels of the emotions. So they're saying, spend time with you and do all of that. And then I laughed again because you got the King of Pentacles. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight out of them all, which means, and just a reminder, patience, it will unfold in the proper season. But it's important for you with this knight. All knights go on a quest. This knight is on the quest for the Ace of Pentacles, which is about reviewing and looking at your worth as you relate it to the outside world. You know, are you having your self-worth be defined by the retail price of the outside world, or are you finding the solid foundation within your own heart of who you are, what you deserve, and allowing that to be your foundation and everything else on the outside to be extra? So that high priestess is telling you to look inward, to really connect to that unconditional, eternal love that they have in the higher realm for you, and let that be the foundation of your worth, and let everything else be an extra dessert on the outside. Let this be your meal and your sustenance, and let that be just the extra. So, but they have this beautiful love headed your way, but patience, grasshopper, patience. So that's what's coming your way. So I love that for you, Shay. All right, Shivani, you are up next. And Vidi, whoop, sorry, it scrolled really fast. I am doing well. Oh, you. Oh, thank you so much. You are very welcome. It is always my pleasure to bring their messages. So thank you. And all right, Angela. And you will be up next after that, Angela. And Shivani. Oh, absolutely. You're welcome, Shivani. You guys, thank you so much. You are warming my heart extra warm today. Thank you. All right, so what's coming for you in love, Shivani? Let's take a look. Okay, and what's this one over here? All right. So for right now, they have you on your hermit mode here. Looking inward and upward. Here's the star. This is you, your higher self, and the higher realms. And the hermit uses this lantern to guide their way and guide their inner path. And I like that because they are having you with this Three of Pentacles, with this inner path, really understand who your authentic self is and what your authentic kind of dream is, what you are wanting inside, not all our thoughts, right? And that's what the hermit's journey does, is takes us inward into our heart so we can question all these expectations and thoughts and opinions that we were given all growing up on the supposed to's and the shoulds and all of those things. And it's in regards to marriage, because you also got the Four of Wands, which is the marriage card. So they're having you spend some time on this inner search, really understanding what it is that you truly, truly want, not influenced by all those other opinions, but what you truly want in your heart for this to look like, and what we want to experience through it. So, that is coming in there. Um, and they do have also here. You do have the Four of Swords. Whoa, the Four of Swords. Butterfingers. Four of Swords, which is peace of mind. But the peace of mind comes with all the swords being your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets and your attitudes. And like I said, all those opinions. Three of the swords are normally on the wall, and they're usually sleeping on the Ace of Swords. And this is about you, again, they're have this foundational fours. You're finding the stability in your energy and what you're looking for, and your thoughts and your beliefs around those. So they are kind of reinforcing that, because you do have the Empress with that as well, which is new birth, nurturing yourself, and this new ideas, these new ways of looking at things. It's like you have like a little rebirth around what you are feeling about love, as you go through this review of what you've experienced, and like, is that really what I want? And if I got that, would I really be happy? Put yourself in that position with all those expectations done. Are you happy? Are you looking for what's next? Right. And so they're having you review this to see what it is that you really want, because you also have the Six of Pentacles, which does talk about the codependency awareness card. So they do have you doing this review to really understand the tendency that you have to overgive and feel, and it's something that we've been taught and trained growing up, and especially in our younger years when we were emotionally developing between inception in the womb and up to seven, around 7 years old. We're taught by people's behavior for us to emotionally behave, or we develop our emotional um, tendencies. And so if you had to give a lot to get a little when you were young, from parents, grandparents, siblings, friends, teachers, coaches, whatever it was, people in authority or people that we wanted to be loved by, if we had to overgive to them to get something back, well, you can see how it has flowed out in the rest of our lives. And they're wanting you to look at that, because when you do that, then in the future, relationships will turn out so much more different than the past ones. And I know I'm a recovering enabler in codependent relationships. I was taught to over give. And then when I did that in relationships, I wouldn't let them give back to me because it scared me. Because if I'm on that side, they're just going to dump me and leave me for someone else, right? And so you overgive until you're exhausted, and then you overgive and even more until you're resentful. And we teach them not to take from us, and so they end up giving outside the relationship, whether it was affairs or becoming a workaholic and spending all their time at work or working out or with their friends or a hobby. So that giving they give to someone else, and that relationship just kind of drifts apart or explodes, right? And so they want to save you from that, which is nice. I'm glad they do. So you are ready for this, obviously. Otherwise, they wouldn't be bringing it up. And you're like, yeah, I'm tired of that. I'm exhausted. I want to be able to give equally and receive back as well, and be able to receive. That's the big thing, is learning to receive. So that is what they have for you right now, Shivani. So many blessings for you. All right. Angelina, you are up next, and Chaitra, you will be up after that. So, Angelina, energy reading for yourself and what you're subconsciously attracting. Okay. Let's take a look here. What's going on with your energy? All right. I like it. And what are you attracting subconsciously? Well, that makes sense. All right. So you do have the Hierophant, which, like, when you ask what your energy is, the 5 is change, and I feel like this is usually like a spiritual leader, and it's about this movement up in spirituality, and your roles, you're kind of sending away. You're not you're questioning all the spirituality and other things too, and your ideas around commitment and those types of things. And so you are rising and moving to a new level in here. And I like that because you also got another 5, which this is what you're subconsciously attracting, is the 5 of Wands, which is you subconsciously attract conflict. And the conflict comes in to help you move higher here, because without conflict, we don't change our minds. If everyone thought exactly the same, we would never evolve. We would just be all like, oh, we're just all reinforcing our same belief. But it's those conflicts that rise and make us think about changing the way we're looking at things, right? Because you also have the what you're subconsciously attracting is the Ace of Swords: thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, expectations. But this helps you connect to the higher truths, those capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love, and allows you to cut away the old thoughts, the old beliefs that no longer serve you. So I really feel like right now you really your energy is one of wanting to rise out of your mindsets that you've had, because you just are bored with feeling the ways that you have, and you're ready to move up. And so you're subconsciously attracting, um and your shadow, of course, is bringing in the experiences to rattle the cage in order for you to know which of those things to look into, because those are the challenging things that go boom here. Oh, okay. I guess I get to deal with this and look at it. So that's what's going on for you, Angelina, and I'm glad. That's amazing, and I love that for you. So many blessings. All right, so Chaitra, you are up, and then Liliana, you'll be up next. So hello, Chaitra. So why Dharma is trying to connect with you, and what are their current intention towards you? Okay, let's take a look here and see what we can find out. Let's take a quick sip here. What would you like her to know about Dharma? Okay. What are their intentions? Okay. Hmm. So, why are they trying to connect with you? There's this commitment that's going on here. And I feel like they're really looking at a change of commitment. So, I kind of feel like they're going through this um change. Uh yeah, I kind of feel like in the past with their I what I'm feeling is like this wishy-washiness in the past between them, and they like couldn't make up their mind, right? And I feel like they're making up their mind, because they also have, like, you're asking like what are their true intentions. You got the 2 of Wands, which is like they're realizing where they want to invest their energy, and the King of Cups is the pursuit of love and the movement of love and movement of emotion. So I kind of feel like they're wanting to uh, change the status of your interactions and want to take it to another level, and they understand now what they want to do with their energy and what they're pursuing. So I think they want to see how you feel about them, one, of course, but their intentions are to check into what that would look like and how that would feel and if that's what they want. So I feel like they want to meet with you and, go out and hang out and just see what happens. But they're inside, they're like, I think I wanna go and I wanna do this because I they like you, right? So that's what I feel is coming up there. So let's find out what's going on. Unless you're like, no, I don't want them. Then you're like, "Bzzzt." You can throw some water on that, throw a wet blanket on that fire. But if you're interested, then you can be just open to the possibilities and go with the flow. I like it. All right. That's what they have for you, Chaitra. Many blessings. All right, Liliana. Hello. We will take a look here at your good friend Alex, and then Devansha, Mishra, you will be up next. So let's take a look here. What are Alex's current feelings towards you? He's one of your good friends. Okay. So what we got going on here? Well, you have the King of Pentacles here. So, and also the Four of Pentacles. And I kind of feel like these two go very well together because the Four of Pentacles is one of the lessons the King of Pentacles really, really learns through, which is about their realization of when we seek our worth from the outside world, then we feel unstable because, of course, relationships is one of the places we look, and people change, people pass away. So relationships are unstable to define our worth by. And then also situations like our jobs, our education, blah, 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 whatever you can get in circumstance wise, they're always changing and they never stay the same either, right? So unstable. And then the third thing is things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions. And of course, those things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, or stolen. So also unstable. And so they learn to turn inward and upward for their worth. And I kind of feel like what he observes your life and he learns a lot from it. I kind of feel like he doesn't so much take chances on things. And so he kind of I must say he lives vicariously through you, and he's learned a lot. And he's like, I see how, you go like you pursue relationships, and he gets to hear about it. I'm assuming it's what it feels like because that's how he learns through it. And so he's like looking at it, and then with everything else that you go through, he just learns through it. And so he's gets his this foundation of his learning and his understanding of his own worth through kind of watching your life a little bit is what I feel, which is interesting. um there is the like I feel like at one point maybe he had feelings for you because of the Lover's card, but I also feel like he left behind those emotions because the Eight of Cups is about leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you. So I feel like maybe in the beginning he had a crush and that, but I think the more that and I really feel like you tell him about your relationships and things that happen. And so I feel like after a while of hearing enough of him, he was like, okay, you know, I'm not her type, or um he just the friendship grew, and he I almost feel like he feels more of a brother than other things. And so he has left those crushing feelings behind, and and that's where he's at there. So but very I don't I don't have any animosity feelings or judgmental feelings. I just feel he's learned a lot. You know, uh, again, he has peace of mind with the Four of Swords. So he's learned a lot about things. This because the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, very solid foundation between you guys too. Um, but yeah, I feel like he's left behind any thoughts of anything more than friends, um, at least at this point in your life. So that's what they have for you, Liliana. So many blessings to you. All right, Devansha, you are up. And Maxine, hello, you'll be up next after that. So you want to know about your future spouse's prediction, when and where you will meet. All right, let's take a look here. So any information on when they will meet? Okay. Well, you will meet. There's the Two of Cups, so that's good. And when? Okay, thank you. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, I feel like it's going to be soon because you got both the King of Wands, which is fire and movement and focus and go, 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 and also the Chariot card, which is about movement and victory as well. And as far as where, the High Priestess here, she goes into her temple and moves up and looks into things. So I almost feel like um, that you'll meet him at some sort of not an actual temple, maybe, but it could be because I feel like it's in some sort of spiritual pursuit, either like a temple or a meeting or a class or a festival that celebrates something of the higher realms. I feel like that is where you'll meet them. Um, and it could even be if there's a wedding at a temple, it's like whatever brings that air of temple and holiness and celebration around the higher realms. I feel that's where you'll meet them um, with that. So I feel like it's going to be very soon though, because you got both the King of Wands, which is the highest energy, as well as the Chariot. So it feels like it's going to be soon that you'll be meeting them. So now you'll go to temple every day. I would. I'll be like, oh really? Well, I think I'm being led to go have a daily practice at the temple. But that's what they have for you. So I'm excited for that for you, Mishra, because if it is truly they're there for connecting higher reasons, I know that's if I ever have another relationship, it's going to be someone that's going to have to be so much on the same wavelength of my spirituality because all my other ones didn't have that spirituality, and and that's such an important piece of my life. It is my life. So now I wouldn't be able, I think, to uh, have anything else but I like that for you. So many blessings to you, Devansha. So that is what they have. So Maxine, you are up, and Bumika, you will be up next after that. So, what are BS? You having BS thoughts and feelings? I like that. So I know that's B's. I read it as BS though. Yeah, what kind of BS thoughts and BS feelings do they have? But what are B's thoughts and feelings about? I think all my coffee is hitting me now. So I didn't mean anything offensive by that at all. All right. So what are their thoughts and feelings around Maxine, please? Okay. Okay. Wow. So they do see you as a very strong person. They see that you have this inner strength. Excuse me, and I really feel um, they think that because they've seen you go through some significant endings of cycles and new beginnings, right? And so they just know this either by you telling them or um, they've watched it happen or heard about it. But yeah, I mean, they see you with the solid foundation of both mind and your outside world. So they see you as this very solid person that when you make decisions, you have this balanced approach to it too, with that Two of Swords, that you do take your mind into consideration, but you also trust your gut and your heart. That was your gut heart. and and I like that. So they see you as a strong person, and very capable, which is great, right? I mean, I feel that that is attractive to them, and also at the same time a little intimidating. And it's not that you are intimidating, it's that they are intimidated. That's not your problem, because you do not um, dim your light for anyone, is what Spirit says. Do not dim your light for anyone. Be that strength, be that balance, be who you are. And if people can't handle it, if they can't handle the sun, then they need to get out of the sun. That's what they're coming through. They are also telling you here with the Hanged Man, it is time for you, though. It is time to wait and be patient with things unfolding. And while that's happening, the Six of Pentacles came up here, which is the codependency awareness card. And that card comes up a lot in relationships. And it's because a lot of individuals, like everyone in chat, you are people who are open-hearted, and you have so much heart and you give so much that probably most of us are here on a codependency awareness meeting, right? We're all over givers, I imagine. And that's why I see the Six of Pentacles come up a lot for all of us. Sorry, over here, because we are taught very, very young that we have to overgive in order to receive. And so when we go into relationships, like if you listen to anything before, I mentioned once already in the reading today about codependency, and how we give and give and give and give, and then we get exhausted and resentful, and then the other person we don't allow to give to us a whole lot, if at all, because that scares the poo poo caca out of us, because then if we're on the other side, they don't need us, and they're just going to dump us for someone else that's going to give them what they need. That's all what we're trained up here to believe. And then they give their energy to someone else, either, like I talked about, affairs, or they become workaholics, where they just, because they feel like, I'll invest all my energy here and I get bonuses, I get promotions, I'm getting validation of my feelings and where I'm investing my energy, or working out, or a hobby, or their friends, somewhere else outside of the relationship. And so we experience it over and over and over again, and then we get tired of it eventually after a while. And I'm glad I went through it all, because I had like 5 relationships that in one way or another I felt um, betrayed or abandoned, or they were given their um, love somewhere else, or that you felt like they were trying to fit you in between the important things. And all of it was beautiful mirrors, beautiful teachers. I look at each and every single one as a beautiful teacher, showing me what I wanted to see about myself until I saw it. And then I realized, oh yeah, they're showing me exactly how much I love myself, because I didn't. And so this transformation that happens through this review in the cocoon, the Hanged Man, I always look at it, a human, we're a cocoon, and we're melting away our old thoughts and our old beliefs and our old mindsets, and we're being able to rise above that, and come out of the cocoon as a butterfly. We're able to fly in different places that we haven't been able to go before. So I like this for you, Maxine, because it's going to be so beautiful. And don't dim your light for anyone. They are a little intimidated. They like you, they're attracted, but they're also like, I don't know if I could keep up. And that's not your problem. They keep saying, that's not your problem. Can't keep up? Well, someone will someday. So that's what they have for you, Maxine. Hang in there, and come join the meetings. Come join the codependency awareness meetings. We meet on a regular basis, 7 p.m. Mountain Time every night, and 11 a.m. Mountain on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings. So much blessings to you. All right, Bumika, you are up, and then Leah, you will be up after that. All right, let me see. All right, just wanted to me. It sounded familiar. So I just want to make sure I didn't already answer that one. Okay. So Bumika, we will see. And if you actually, I feel like I answered that question. And maybe someone else asked that too. Okay. Yeah, it was Verinda. So I'll pull cards here for you. I would like you to kind of if you watch this from the beginning, if you're not here right now, um, kind of scroll back or go back and listen to Verinda's message too, because she has something similar. And I want you to hear what they shared about when people pass, all the experiences they have. So I feel like that would really help that instead of repeating it again, if you don't mind doing that. And I am going to pull specific cards for you too, of course, but it's a beautiful thing that they shared with all of us. So, all right, so let's take a look here. What were his feelings for you? And what was his last message? Okay. Oh. Oh. All right. I love this. What were his last feelings for you? Two of Cups. Love, 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 love. So what more can you say? You know, he loved you so much. And then like the other messages, they love you so much more. They're so much more capable of loving you because they had a conditional love before as a human. But now they have this unconditional love that's expansive. And I won't repeat everything else that we mentioned in Verinda's reading. But the last message that he has for you, that he had for you, he was like, "Oh, you're so much more powerful than you ever are going to be able to comprehend here." And he's has any blocks, anything that's keeping you back in your life, you can move through it. You have the power to move through anything. And he is showing here that the Six of Pentacles for you with this last message is that you will have enough. You will be able to move through life and have enough for yourself and to be able to help others. And he even, it's like the move forward in life. They're going to be by your side the whole time, so they're not. This is like them saying, find love again. When you're ready, don't hold back. I support you finding love again. I support you giving to other people and enjoying life and moving forward. You hold the power to move forward. You hold the power to move beyond anything. And so the Nine of Wands is this message of realizing that you can go inward and find this strength, find this, because it's the hermit's journey, the number 9. You go inward to find the Ace of Wands, and you realize that with any block we have, like there's all these wands that are blocking us energetically, that one of those is your Ace of Wands, and you can grab it and move it, and you can walk right through things. And he wants you to know that you have this power to be able to move through anything, and that don't hold yourself back. Allow yourself to give and receive still. Don't bottle yourself up. And also, he's like that Knight of Cups, you know, love again, marry, do whatever. He's like, find love again. Don't hold back. So, and they're going to be with you, supporting you along the whole way in a different way. They are around you. They're going to be around all their loved ones for the rest of their life, until they pass and join them on the other side. And then you all join being around all the other loved ones. So I really, I love that Two of Cups, though. It really touched my heart to see him like, what were his best feelings? He's like, I love you. I always will. So many blessings for you. All right, that's what they have. All right, Leah, you are up next, and Swati, you'll be up after that. And so is Anthony flirting or liking someone else? Anthony! Let's take a look here. I'm going to move to the Chinese tarot. Give the other ones a little rest. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. It helps spread the Zen love in amazing ways. So thank you for being a part of spreading the love and doing that. I really appreciate it. All right. What do we got going on here? All right. I don't see that he's flirting or liking anyone. I don't have any. Well, I have the Knight of Cups. Oops, sorry. It looked like it froze for a sec there. So we've got the Hermit card here, which is more about inward than outward. And so I feel like they're not doing anything outward. And the Seven of Wands here basically shows like someone who is being seen, and people don't like that they're up and happy and different things like that. So people will nitpick because they feel lower. And so they'll do things to try to bring them back down to where they feel they're at. Be back here miserable with the rest of us, is usually what I hear. Come back down here. And I feel like he's in this spot where people are poking at him, because he's got the Page of Wands, which is new passion, new drive, new energy that's inside of them. And they have the Knight of Cups, which is about the pursuit of higher love and the movement of emotion, and Ace of Swords, which is about questioning their expectations and their thoughts and their beliefs and their mindsets. So I don't feel like they're actually taking action on anything and flirting. Liking someone, those cards together kind of are more of a review, especially with that Hermit. They're looking on the inside going, am I happy? Am I is this what I want? Is this what I want to move? Was this what I want to do? And I feel like there's emotions that are bringing up, and he's doing this thinking and this kind of reflection, that it's like they want to decide. They're either going to take things to the next level, or they're like, no, we need to exit ramp. So I kind of feel like he's in this evaluation. And so if it feels like he's distant, it's because I feel like he's really in his head, and he's really thinking about things, really getting rid of old thoughts and beliefs about who a relationship is supposed to be, who someone's supposed to be, who he's supposed to be, and really seeing what he wants for the future. And then I don't feel like he's at a decision point yet. I just feel like he's doing his check-in, because I feel like his emotions are getting to a point where I either gotta go deeper into a relationship or exit a relationship. But I don't feel like he's flirting or that someone is sparking it. I feel it's just like the energy of the relationship is to the point where it's been long enough that they either want to take things more or step out of it. So he's kind of in that thinking. It feels very air signish of there's a spreadsheet involved in their head. I can just feel it because I'm an air sign. I'm like, I can just see it in my head. This is the stuff, this is the stuff, and they're weighing, they're making their lists of pros and cons and what they want and thinking of the future and all that. But so that's what I'm feeling is going on with them right now, Leah. So many blessings to you there. Hang in there. All right. Swati, you are up. And then Poorv, Sadani, you are up next. And can I tell you what message did your husband? Okay. What message does your husband have for you? Absolutely. I feel like I want to go to an angel guide oracle for you. Look at this beautiful card. Listen deeply. And of course, roles reversed here. That's you and your husband, but you can just feel that love. So let's take a look here. So your husband is sending you guidance and inspiration through your powerful and resonant inner voice. Be ready to listen to that voice now. Listen to yourself. If you aren't able to hear yourself, you'll be blocking your connection to the information, the insight, and guidance that can support you going forward. If you've been ignoring or avoiding dealing with something you feel that you've had to do for a long time, your husband's encouraging you to stop, listen to yourself, and do it now. Your expansion and growth depend on it. If you received challenging information recently about your life from any source and you're unsure whether to believe it or not, this card assures you that it is pivotal to the unfolding of your freedom and joy. So listen deeply. The whispers of our inner voice are subtle, and it takes patience and willingness to hear them. Often, this voice can seem intensely honest and direct. Sounds like him, right? But that's because it wants us to home in on truth in order to grow. Often we don't like the truth the inner voice is giving us, and we refuse to listen, but all we're doing is blocking the guidance that is coming forward for us. The truth of the matter is that our inner voice is always working in our favor, and divine guidance is always loving and supportive. It will be direct and insightful, but won't make us feel low. If you're unsure what information is guidance and what is based on fear or ego, call on your angels, call on your husband to help you hear and understand the information that's rising up within. You can also invite them to clear old messages so that you can have more space energetically for guidance that is relevant to the present moment. I think that's it. Yep. So he's saying, he is behind you. He is always around you. And I love about become still, become quiet, become silent. And when you try to connect to your inner voice, people go, how can you hear so clearly from spirit? And I'm like, trust me, it did not happen like, oh, I can suddenly do it. It was realizing which voices in my head were my fears, my thoughts, my old beliefs, other people's opinions. And it was almost like a process of elimination of which ones were, of course, which ones are loving and which ones aren't. The ones that aren't, dismiss those. Those are not from spirit and from your husband. And then you have the love ones that are left. And then you just pay attention to the voices. And eventually, only one is going to be left that was never wrong and was not, didn't come to be true, because the rest of them will eventually eliminate themselves by that. And so you will be able to really zero in and understand and hear. The other thing that helped is learning to turn down the fear noise, and it required, I did a lot of looking into my triggers and the things that would take me into fear, and really looked into them, did the work to understand and face those fears, which made the fears go away. So my fear noise is very low, and then purposely raising your vibration to that of the higher realm, which is unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter. So focusing energy on that grows that, and that becomes stronger, lowering the fear noise. So some things you can do to help raise that, and so that you can be still, get away from all the noise, get away from news, get away from the world, and connect. And you can hear the still small voices that are so loving and so kind and gentle. It's very quiet. And it's funny, the heater just turned off, so it got really quiet in here. It's like, get rid of the noise. And I'm like, wow, it is quiet. But that's where you can hear from them. And so they're asking you to do that because they have such beautiful guidance for you. So follow that beautiful love in your heart. You are so loved. So that's what they have for you, Swati. So many blessings. All right. Our Poorv, Sadani, you are up next. I probably mispronounced that. My apologies. And Daisy, you'll be up after that. So, should you open a hospitality event service in Kapur by naming your company as A Plus Hospitality? Will it get success or not? Yeah, I think I actually remember, I think this reading out of all the hundreds, if not thousands, probably hundreds at this point, almost 1,000. I feel like they were like, they gave you like different scenarios, and I thought that was very, they're having me remember it, which when I remember reading out all the hundreds that I do, that's them going boop, bringing it back, that it would be successful. And as far as the A plus, we'll see if A plus is beneficial, or if a different name would be more appropriate or more rewarding for you. So opening a hospitality event service in Kapur with Abhijit Bhatti or not. So we do have the Queen of Cups, which it's trusting your gut, trusting your intuition, being aware of the hidden. And I think that's what had happened before too. Not that they would do anything purposely, but I feel like they were just like, just trust your gut, trust your intuition, have checks and balances in place, I think is what they had said. And but stay true to you too. The Three of Coins is about you creating what you want to create without being taken off your authentic path and what you want by other people's opinions, whether it's someone you're afraid that will get upset or someone that you'd lose support. So if you have these ideas and you have this idea of what you want to do, don't listen to this person. If they're like, well, no, I want it to be this way, this way, this way, and you feel like that's taking you off of creating the authentic hospitality event service that you want, don't do it with them. Stay true to you. Say, I really want to do it this way. So appreciate it, and then find a way to do it on your own. So I really feel like that's an important piece. A plus hospitality. Let's take a look here. And let me look at these other cards here too. Yeah. So A plus hospitality. You got the King of Wands here, which is about it's entrepreneur energy. And the King of Cups is about being on a quest for higher love. And I almost feel like, this is like they're telling you to pursue something different. Um, and I say that because also the other cards that I pulled up here about uh, should it be a different name? And you did get the Three of Wands, which is about taking a different path with the business. And you have the Eight of Swords. I'm sorry, the Six of Swords, which is leaving behind old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So again, a change of path, a change of your approach, the change of how you want to do it. And the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is about um, it's two things for you. One of them is the Ten of Wands is about burden. You've invested a lot of energy, and it's time to have renewed energy and do it in a different direction. So I almost feel like it feels like this individual that wanting to come together, it's going to be a lot of extra work because not only do they not want to do things the way you want to do it, I feel like they have their own ideas and their own way, and they're pretty much it's almost feeling like they want to take over and want you to do what they want to do, and without I feel like they listen to you, but they have their own ideas, and I feel like you're going to be investing a lot of work and not getting a lot out of it. With this change, with this Three of Wands, with this movement, with this entrepreneur, with you pursuing it, you're the one that's questing after it. You're going, that I feel is the Ten of Wands showing a harvest. So it's like it changes in my mind from being burdensome and overwhelming and all this to fruitfulness when you go off and you do it in your authentic way. So I really feel it's coming back to focusing on what do you want. And I just feel like you guys kind of have similar paths, but it's like they really want to do this and you really want to do this, and he's trying to bring you over this way, and you're like, no, oh, but I want to be able to do it, and so I guess I have to. It's like, no, Spirit's saying stay true to your authentic path and really look at being an entrepreneur. And um, the A plus hospitality, um, they feel like there's a different name. There's something that is more you than than that. They feel like there's something more creative that you have that is more you than that. So that's what they have for that. So those are their messages. Many blessings to you, and good luck. I really feel like you will do things. I remember the reading, at least the end of the reading, when with you doing this, it was very, very beneficial to do for you to do it. So I like it. All right. So that's it. Daisy, you are up. And then Anya Batra, you'll be up after that. So, Daisy, will anything interesting happen this week before your fall break? Your life is blah. You're so funny. So, anything interesting happened to you this week before your fall break? Let's take a look here. What would Spirit like you to know? Anything interesting? Well, it looks like something's coming here because you have um so you have like the Nine of Wands is showing like a block, and the Five of Wands is about conflict and energies and stuff, but they're saying, you hold your power. You don't have to wait for other people. The magician is the divine masculine energy, which is about putting your energy forward and focusing on what you want and making it happen, right? The high priestess and kind of the empress, those are more the divine feminine, which is about waiting for it to come to you. And they're like, you don't have to wait for it to come to you. You make your fun. Be the one that plans something and has this idea of doing it, because you have the Knight of Swords, which is about movement of thought. And it's like, and communication too. They're like, what do you want to do? Create this opportunity, think of some ideas, creative idea of doing something, and then communicate with people, and people are gonna like, oh my god, someone finally created something fun to do. And I feel like doing that will really help. Or even reaching out to some other people to communicate, going, hey, you guys gonna do anything? And they're like, yeah, we're doing blah blah blah, and you're like, oh my god, I want to do that too. And they invite you. But it's like you are initiating communication and ideas and wanting to do something. And so that is what brings this in. So I feel like it's you reaching out or creating something. And it's going to be good. You have the King of Coins, the King of Pentacles, which is all about abundance and um, victory and good things happen in the outside world. So I feel like something will, but I feel like they're saying, if there's no fun around, then you make the fun and you get to do it. If there's nothing interesting, you get to create interesting and initiate it. And so I like it. It's like, get off your booty and let's go have some fun. So I like it. I like it a lot. So enjoy it. You won't have a blah life for your fall break. I feel the more you communicate and initiate, you're going to have a good time. So many blessings to you, Daisy. All right, Anya, you are up. Hey, Cutie Pie, Aditi, you are up after that. So will you score good grades in your 11th and 12th? All right. Let's take a look here. What can you tell us about Anya's grades? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I feel these other cards. This is the card that came flying out on the other four had fallen, but this is like sun card, victory, brightness, wonderfulness. So yes, this would be an absolute bright, shiny. It's one of the most victorious cards in the entire deck. So with that popping out, the other ones didn't make sense for grades anyway, and they'd like flipped out when that one went flying out. So very much a positive outcome is what I'm seeing there for Anya. So quick and easy. Congratulations. All right, Cutie Pie, Aditi, you are up, and then Michelle Lizur, you'll be up after that. So what's coming towards you? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know that's coming towards you? Anything else? Oh my gosh. Well, it's a significant change that's coming for you because you got 4 major arcana, which, the major arcana are about life kind of things, and the minor arcana are more like things that are happening here and there in our daily life. But this is like your path changes because you have the hanging ghost, which is the hanged man in the regular tarot, which is about this waiting period, this kind of cocooning that's going on. They have someone hanging by their neck in these, but it's usually they're hanging upside down by their foot. So, but then you have like, so you're in this cocoon and you're having the universe, the world card, which is all about endings of major cycles and beginning of new ones. And you also have the death card, which is about death and rebirth. So this cocoon, this experience that you're having, you're really having things end, and you're completing things and ending things, and this is all happening within your cocoon. So you're letting the stuff go, you're transforming. It's not like the tower card where things are being removed out of your life for you. When you're going, wait, it's like you're going psh, whoosh, throwing things and changing your mindsets and your heart, and letting go of emotions and thoughts that no longer serve you. You're going through this rebirth, and you're finding your strength. You're connecting to your higher self here. You're realizing with your human self, you're so much more than that in your higher self. And you're really going through this transformation here of this connection between both your human experiences and connecting to your higher self. You're finding through these uh, changes, these rebirth and the ending of cycles, how your human has been looking outside of itself for its wholeness in relationships and situations and things and all that out there. And it's been hasn't been quenching its hunger or its thirst. And so you're, have been almost, it's like this, we get into this desperation of like, I'm so hungry, where am I going to find it? And it's like the, lion or the tiger becomes hangry. It's hungry, angry, it roars, and our higher self comes down and gives us what we've been hungering for all along, which is the unconditional love of back home. It is made of unconditional love, and it comes down, hugs us, and just fills us with that love, and we're like, oh, finally wholeness. And I feel like that's what this cocoon is that you're going through right now, with all this too. So there are big changes that are happening, significant alterations for you. So that's what they have for you, Cutie Pie EDT. So hang in there, enjoy the cocoon experience, because you come out a beautiful butterfly. So many blessings. All right, Michelle, you are up, and Mira, you will be up after that. Let's go back up here. All right, there we are. All right. So, Michelle, a message from your past loved one. Absolutely. I am drawn to the Ask Your Guides Oracle, and let's see what message they have for you. Looks like you get 2 messages. So your first one is celebration, and it's your joy guides. And it's funny, the celebration card is the 3 of Cups in the standard tarot, which for me is a special message from our posse of beautiful beings. And that is card number 14. So if the number 14 means anything to you, like a date of birth or anything like that. And it says you're entering a period of great expansion and celebration. Your joy guides are at hand, ushering you into a season of abundance, celebration, and hospitality. You are loved, you are accepted, and you are trusted by those around you. This is a time when life gives back to you. You may become engaged, get married, receive a promotion, land a deal, or just get a long awaited lucky break. Whatever your desire, your joy guides are urging you to prepare for that, because it's surely coming. So this is the joy guide. You can see that it's the loved one that's coming through with that. It says, realize that as life's tides turn your way, the soon to become realized positive flow of events isn't just a fluke or an accident or just the luck of the draw. Rather, it's the natural outcome of your unwavering efforts and commitment to your dreams and goals. Your loved one's message to you: Plan for the party. You'll soon have a reason to celebrate. So I like that. It's also them telling you and showing you that they are aware of everything that you're doing. They are around you. They see all your hard work, and they're saying, just hang in there. The reward is coming, and it's so worth it. So I love that recognition for you there too. And then the other is shame, and this is from the Divine Healers. Beautiful card there. That is card number 35. So if that is significant to you, or the number 8. And it says you're at risk of falling under the spell of self-criticism because of choices or learned behavior. And this is bringing on the energy of shame. You can always tell when this soul deadening vibration is present because it causes you to unconsciously pull back from others and the loving support of the universe and become isolated. It's quite possible at this time to believe that the world is against you, making you want to hide, withdraw, or push it away. But nothing could be further from the truth. You are your own worst enemy at this time, as the universe never stops loving or supporting you, nor have the people around you stopped loving you, even if you've made terrible mistakes. After all, we're all guilty of this at times. And your loved one wants them to know that they surround you, they hold you in affection and unconditional love as you struggle to regain your self esteem. They ask you to remember that being here on earth is like being in a classroom. You're here to progress, and you'll make many mistakes along the way, mistakes. That's part of your learning process and necessary for your growth. Your loved one asks you to open your heart and forgive your mistakes. There's no mistake too great, nor any error so grave that it can't be forgiven. Pray for them to help you rise above your self criticism and re enter the flow of the universe. Make an effort to see yourself with the same love that they see you with. Stop judging yourself. Make amends and apologies where necessary and move on. Their message to you: live and learn. and, and the energy comes through very nonchalant like that. Mistake, live and learn. Ask for forgiveness, make changes, move on. But I really like that for you because they're very, but there are no mistakes, really. There's just different actions that don't meet up to expectations and opinions and all that. And that's what a mistake is a difference of opinion is what a mistake is. People are like, oh, I didn't do it right. According to whom? I think you did it perfectly for the moment with what information you had, and so I love that energy and that love that's coming through for you. So many blessings for you, Michelle. That's what they have. All right, Mira, you will be up, and then Ms. Phenomenal, you'll be up after that. All right. And thank you guys again all for the thumbs up and the likes on the video. It helps so much. And so whenever it comes to me, I like to just thank you because can never thank you enough for all the support and helping spread love to the world. So thank you so much. All right. So you want to know about the Libra sun, Mira, personality traits, nature, and more. We are in long distance friend. Do we have future together? What kind of person? Never met. His hidden message for you. Okay. So let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know about this Libra sun. About future, what kind of person, anything else? What do you want them to know, please? So you do have the Two of Coins here. And the Two of Coins shows this balancing here. Um, there's this, um, which makes sense with them being a Libra, because they're all about the balance, right? They're the scales. And so they have this balanced personality, which would be totally in line with their sun sign. And so they do balance things out. They really take, this approach to life. And I feel like the thing that um, spirit wants you to know about them and their personality is even though they're a Libra, they have a lot of fire and they have a lot of passion, they have a lot of energy, and they are working through their sense of worth in the world too. And so they've got, you know, um, it feels almost like a tendency to if when they go into fight or flight mode, they get a little hot under the collar sometimes. But like us all, when we go into fight or flight mode, we're either going to fight or we flee. And I tend to be that they fight instead of fleeing. So when they get a sense of like their little inner child feels out of control or unsafe, they don't withdraw and take off. They do more of the brah, 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 protect myself, or like they've been saying lately, it's like a cat. They don't take off running, they fight instead. So it's just that's the only thing that they really want you to be aware of, like any hidden message for you around it is just be aware of that. So if if they suddenly get all just realize, oh, I did something that they pursue their inner child, it made them feel unsafe or out of control, and so they felt like they had to rah to getting back in control. And what's great when you have that knowledge, you can just allow them to feel back in control, which is, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do something. And, you do something to help calm that inner child. And then everything just, it deflates. I feel like it's like a frying pan, not a slow cooker with them. It's like, brah, okay. It's not like things take a long time to heat up and a long time to cool down. I feel like it's more psh, psh, which is can be good, right? Because then unless you're a slow cooker and you'll take it personally for a long time if they get upset. But so that's what they want you to know about that. Now the relationship, it's you've got both the Hanged Man and the Temperance card, which this is about being in a holding pattern like a cocoon. Things are take time to develop. Temperance, things take time to develop. And so it's like things will continue to take time to develop. And and let me see here. Yeah, so I didn't see a lot of emotion in here yet, but the Page of Coins does represent new opportunities opening up in the outside world. Let's see, what is this opportunity about? Okay. So it's the Six of Pentacles, which the Six of Pentacles is this codependency awareness card, but also equal giving and receiving. And I feel like that's more of the energy here with all the balancing out. So there's an opportunity for you both to give and receive here. Let's see what else in the outside world. Yeah. Well, you do guys have the Devil card that comes in here. So this uh that represents like a shaking of your guys' cages too, about beliefs and mindsets about what a relation should be, supposed to be, need to be, have to be, how life is supposed to be, who someone else is supposed to be, who am I supposed to be. So you guys do have this um, continuation here of the opportunity comes up for you guys to really understand yourself and what you're able to give and receive, and what you're thinking you're supposed to give, what you're thinking you're supposed to receive as well. So I feel like this is the holding pattern. during this time, the only thing that you can do is focus on you and how you feel about yourself and your self-love. Because the more you expand that and open that up, then that's what, comes forward in your relationship. So that's what they have for you right now. So um, many blessings to you, Mira. Hang in there. All right, Miss Phenomenal. You're up next, and Miss B, you'll be up after that. So, is Rashid planning to ask you out on a date in November? All right, let's take a look. What can you tell us about Rashid's plans? Can you give me clarity on that? Okay. Yeah, because the Six of Swords is a change in communication, and the Magician card coming in, which is the doer, the mover, the action, the fire. So I feel like they are going to take action, and that the communication is going to move from old ways to new ways, from rocky to smooth. And so I feel like that is a yes for you. So we shall see when that is. You did ask for November, so it should be here within the next 2 weeks. So yay. Easy breezy. That's what they have for you, Miss Phenomenal. So many blessings to you. All right, Miss B, you are up. And then Megs, you'll be up after that. All right, so guidance on letting go of Gemini. Okay. What would you like Miss B to know? Whoa. Okay. Well, obviously, this is the universe card, which is the ending of a major cycle and the beginning of a new one. So I feel like, one, they are acknowledging, yes, this was to be for you and it was designed. It's about people are removed out of each other's lives on purpose in order to move forward into the next step, into the next stage of where you are headed to. So that they want you to know is like, yeah, this was designed. It's not a fluke and it wasn't a mistake. And, all the stuff that comes along when we end relationships or, things don't turn out the way we want. It's like, no, it was on purpose for a purpose. There's so much that you are able to learn through this experience, the mirror of who they were, because you have the Queen of Cups here, which the Queen of Cups is rolls over water, and she also gets a second portion of water, which means she can dive deep, 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 way down here into the emotions, understanding what she felt and what was going on, and really trust in your gut and trust in your intuition. And the Knight of Cups is here too. So both emotional cards. And the Knight of Cups is knights are, of course, always quest. And this knight is in the quest for the highest form of love. It's the chalice, it's the holy grail. It's full of the unconditional love of the higher realms. And I bring that up because, with that Queen of Cups, she can also, with her intuition, connect to the spirit realm, really with all that emotion. She opens her heart, goes inward and upward, and connects to the higher realms. And so you are able to really focus in on and have this movement of this emotion within you by seeing and connecting to this higher love. And then you see these old emotions, these other things that you're feeling. I can look at these differently, because you do have the Six of Cups here. And the Six of Cups is about, it's a nostalgia card, or it's about looking over your past memories too. And I feel like with all these other cards, that's what it's focusing in on here, about once you realize that there is a higher love, this love that is unconditional and eternal, when we realize, okay, there is this choice and experience of unconditional love that's almost unfathomable in the human mind. And then what the love, a lot of what we experience in this world is the conditional love, the fear of losing this conditional love, right? So much of this human experience is that. And but when we realize that every moment is a choice between one or the other, then we can go back and look at memories. We can look at our beliefs around what something meant too. And so we go back and look at a painful memory because we know that was not of unconditional love. If it was a memory of unconditional love, we'd be like, oh, that feels so good, but we're like, oh, pain. This must be a fear of losing a conditional love. And you realize when you go back and look at a painful memory that when our human goes into fight or flight mode because of fear, we go out of our minds. We become a hissy cat that will either hiss and fight, or hiss and run the other direction and hide. And when we go into that mode, it's, the cat doesn't go, hey, can you put me down? I'm about to freak out. It just freaks out, right? It's our inner cat, our inner feline turns into, when it goes into fear, it does things that are unloving, uncaring, only caring about itself because it wants to do whatever it needs to feel safe again and in control again. And so when we realize that, when we go back and look at a painful memory, we realize, one, that person, when they were saying that unkind thing or doing that unkind thing, that in order for them to do unkind things, that means they had to have been out of their minds and they were in fear. And so when we realized they were just this hissing cat that was freaking out, then we start taking their actions less personal. We realize it had nothing to do with us. It's like when you go out and you're going to swim out to rescue someone who's drowning and you get close to them and they're all panicking because they're drowning and they're all, and they hit you upside your head and you're like, why did you hit me? And then they're like, and they grab onto you and pull you underwater with them. And you're like, why are you trying to kill me? And you get them and you take them to shore, and then they calm down. And then you see the real them return back. And they're like, oh, hey, they didn't even realize it was you, because they were out of their minds in fear and panic. And so when we realize that people are going through that, and we probably go, oh, I was in fear too. And oh, wow, I was acting out of my mind too. And then we start seeing the situation differently. We start seeing ourselves and the other person differently as well. And then there's this change that happens with the energy around the memories, which allows you to transform and also move on and let people go, let old things go, because the attachments we realized we had were not what we thought they were. And so it transforms. And I do see you doing that and moving forward, because you have the Page of Coins, which is new opportunities opening up in the outside world for you. So I feel you do this. You are able to get through it. And the big piece, I feel, is you realizing how powerful you are in connecting to this higher realm. If you want if you don't already have a source, I did create a free YouTube series called U times 2, which is, I believe I have it in my links of the description box of this video. Or if you go to my main page, the U times 2 playlist, I think, is at the very beginning, the very top. And they're short videos, anywhere between 10, 15, 20 minutes. There's only 40 of them. I did the last one a couple of weeks ago. So, you can check that out, and that might help see things from that higher place of love and help transform that. So that's what they have for you, Miss B. And I think that was for more than just you, of course. I feel like that was for multiple individuals. So if it resonated for any of you, then definitely look and checking that out too. Okay, many blessings, Miss B. And Megs, you are up. And hey, Jalen, Sunday fun day. Much love and happiness to you as well. And Great Courts, you'll be up after Megs. So Megs, current feelings of Pavan and next actions. Actually, they want me to switch up here. Let me just take a swig. Excuse me. All right. We're going to the Revelation Tarot. So let's take a look here. Current feelings of Pavan and next action. Okay, what else? Tell me a little bit more about this one. Okay. All right. So there is this the Knight of Wands here. And the Knight of Wands is about fast action, a lot of fire, a lot of movement. So there is this fast, passionate energy that's there. But then they also have this balanced mind. So it's like they have this happening and then it's almost like they're showing me a like an old locomotive train and they're throwing in coal and there's fire going on, and then they shut the door and it's like, oh, okay. All that fire is contained. And I feel like are they like a uh air sign, or they're a big thinker? Because it feels like they're just like all their emotions are in this little box that they're just keeping, very calm. Um, so I can maybe understand why it's like, what are they feeling? Who knows? You have to, ask permission to enter into the special vault where they keep feelings, right? And and, and then you also have the Justice card, which here's the huge Ace of Swords, which is balancing out thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. So very much they're in their head here. And obviously there's a passion and emotion that's there. And it looks like they're in this place. When you ask next actions, they have like an ending of a major cycle and the beginning of a new adventure. And because you got three major arcana here, and you have the strength card here too, which feels like inner strength, coming in here. And okay, so they're saying that they just have to get their courage up. I get you. So they're working through everything in their head and they're just like weighing the risks. They don't like doing things that they might be able to fail at, that won't turn out well, because they fear failure in such a huge, huge way. Okay. Let me see what else they have here. Yeah, King of Swords. So yeah, they do very much feel like an air sign with, because they had the Four of Swords and then these. So this is they're very much in their head, trying to balance everything out, figure everything out, have all that, because they're not one to take risks. Failure for them is huge. And so they're like, no, can't do anything that is risky. I've got to analyze and make sure it's all good to go. And so I kind of feel like they're in this holding pattern, containing their emotions while they're figuring everything out. And there's nothing that you can do about it, because they're up in there and you're like, knock, 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 knock. And hey, are you in there? Can you come out and talk to me? So they have some passion. They have, a lot of passion in there, a lot of fire that's going through them, but they are well containing it. But I asked if there was anything about timing, and I didn't have an answer. So always, whenever we have a pause period for us, the only thing that we can do to help speed things along is, because our love lives, or if we're looking at this is for everyone, finances or anything else, if we have a pause in our life, it's because our higher self has put our life into slow, frame by frame mode, where it's going very slowly through a movie. And it's like, oh my God, when is this going to speed up? And they're like, well, I want this pause period to focus on our self-love, to focus on that, because the more we work on our self-love, the faster the movie starts to speed up. And if we don't work on our, then it's like takes forever to go. So while something's happening, while there's a holding period, we can look inside ourselves and also, look at that. So that's what they have for you, Megs. I know, woohoo! So many blessings for you. All right, great quartz. You'll be up next, and then Cynthia. Okay. So great quartz. Oh, you are very welcome. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Great quartz. And what does spirit want to tell you right now? Right now. Kind of want to go to the Oracle of E here for you. Let's see what they have. All right. Got a magic carpet. A whole new world. Don't worry, I'm not going to break into song. Yet. It says, go ahead, open it. It's your invitation for a personal magic carpet ride to anywhere you want to go. You don't even need to send an RSVP. Jump aboard, my friend. You are on your way to enchantment and miracles. So, yeah, I feel like this magic carpet, that spirit is sending you is to transport you to a whole new place, a whole new way of looking at life. And I really like that for you. You have the number 42, and 4 is the number of solidity and stability, and the 2 is about the power of choice coming in for you too. So I really feel like part of this journey that you're on, Great Quartz, is just understanding your ability to move your life based on what you're focusing on and where you have your energy. So, focusing on what you want in your life and what you're grateful for in your life magnetizes you and draws that stuff to you and draws you to it. Whereas if you focus on what's missing in your life and what you don't want in your life, it magnetizes that and draws it to you, or repels away things that are missing out of your life and makes them go further away. So I love this magic carpet that's coming in here because I have the Aladdin theme song, or whatever the song from the Magic Carpet for Two song going through my head now. But I do like that for you. And Spirit wants to let you know how powerful it is and that it can take you to so many places. So hop aboard and see where you go. So, like that for you, great chords. Many, many blessings. All right, Cynthia, you are up next. And then Anjali, you will be up after that. All right, so Cynthia, your grandmother is a dark witch, right? And she's doing her spells on you and your family, your mom and brothers and sisters. Oh, you want to know if she is? Okay. We can take a look here and see what Spirit has to say about that. They do want me to let you know that spelling is people's intentions, just kind of like that magic carpet I just talked about. We can put our intentions and our energy out, but no one can ever impact my life unless I give it power. There's this example they give of a vampire coming to your door, and they knock on your door and you open it up and you're like, oh, and they're like, I need your blood. And you're like, no. And you go, invite me in. And you're like, no, I know you can't come in here unless I invite you. So no. And they're like, well, fine. Then I need 2 pints of your blood right now if you're not letting me in. And you're like, if we go, oh, okay, I'll be right back. And we go and drain blood and we go give it to them. We could have just, all also more easily, if we want, go, no, thank you, and close the door on them. And so they hold no power. So even though, there's this spell casting that is this belief, about, people having other people fall in love with other people and doing those types of things. It's all about our own individual energy. and what is meant for us. But we hold so much power. So they want you to know that, first of all. So regardless if grandma is doing that or not, it doesn't impact you unless you allow it to, right? All right. So, and the other thing that they want you to know that is especially empathic individuals, when we have like a huge, hose from our heart, where if we're not sending unconditional love out and putting love out, that's when other emotions kind of wash back in and we feel people's emotions. But if you are surrounding yourself and sending love, 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 then you won't even feel that those emotions of other individuals too. So I wanted to make sure of that, because I feel like you do feel people's emotions. You feel like the fear energy of people, and so you feel like that's a powerful energy that's impacting you. But no, that's just you're aware of the energy, you're picking it up because of your empathic abilities of sensing other people's emotions, and you start to take them on as your own. But if you fill your heart up with unconditional love and push it out, then it clears out that your pipeline and has unconditional love. It's like a fire hose. When it's on, you can't put anything in there. It's so much pressure, so much power coming out of it. No one can put anything in. And then it changes the energy around you too. So they wanted you to know that too. Wow. Look at you, Cynthia. All right. So let's take a look here. So is grandma being a witch? I did say witch. W. Yeah. Yeah, so they're showing here. Here's the 10 of swords, which is all the thoughts and the beliefs and the expectations. And these are all the exhaustion of trying to live up to people's expectations, and the fear of losing conditional love. And that's what people do spells and say that they're casting a spell on you, because they're trying to manipulate you to do what they want you to out of fear. And this is about you letting the fears go. 10 is endings and new beginnings. And I love the 6 of swords coming up here for you as well, because it's leaving behind old thoughts and old beliefs that are rocky and shaky, and you are moving into calmer waters, into new ways of thinking. So I like this for you. It's the situation is coming up for you to really understand that. And then they have the justice card that popped up here, which here's the ace of swords, which helps you balance out your fears with the higher truths, the capital T truths that are rooted in that unconditional love, like we were just talking about sending love out instead. So I really like it for you, because it's changing of mindsets, and this situation comes up for you to really challenge these thoughts and beliefs you have about people's ability to impact you against your will. And it's like, no, we got free will. We rule over our kingdom. Unless you're, you know, they're giving you a lot of stories. So they're showing me a king on a throne, and someone walks in and says, "You're not king, I'm king. You go to the stable and you are going to be cleaning up horse, poo poo caca, and put down new hay. That's what you need to do." And if the king goes, "Oh, okay," and he goes down and he starts in the stalls doing it while this other person sits on their throne, and their advisor comes down and go, "King, what are you doing down here?" And they're like, "Well, that guy said he's king, and then I'm supposed to do this." And they're like, "No, he's not." And then you still have all the authority over the kingdom. But it's our belief that changes everything. So I like that. It's the first time they ever told me that story. So I like that. But that's what they have for you, Cynthia. So many blessings and much power to you. All right, Anjali, you will be up next. And then Rhonda, you will be up after that. So, Anjali, will your next marriage bring any happiness and emotional bond in your life? Let's take a look here. about Anjali's next marriage. Okay. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. 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 I do like it. Because well, I'll show you this card first. You have the 10 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment overflowing. So yeah, this would be emotional bond, happiness, and fulfillment. Um, there is the 10 of Swords that we just talked about as well, which is the ending of expectations and letting go, connecting to capital T truths, and just you're ready to let go of all these expectations of supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be. All these, opinions and thoughts and beliefs. It's the 10, so it's endings and new beginnings, and you're ready to put those things behind you. And in doing that is what allows you to feel this power and to feel this energy of the Page of Wands, which is about your passion, your drive, your ambition, your overall energies. And you really realize a lot through these experiences of how much power you have. Like whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. Like we were just talking about with Cynthia, how if you focus on what you're grateful for in your life and who someone is, and not focus on who someone isn't and who's not in your life or what's not in your life or what's in your life that you don't want, whatever we focus on grows. And you're focusing, celebrating who someone is all the time instead of focusing on what they're not. Like one thing that they're not, but there are these 50 things that they are. Well, we're growing this one thing that they're not instead of growing these 50 things into 100, 1,000, 15,000. And so I love that, there is this happiness, this bond that you will have. But in the meantime, there is this working through those expectations and understanding the power that you hold over your life. So I like it. I like it a lot. Right. So that's what they have for you, Anjali. So many blessings. Right. Rhonda, you are up. And then Zarissa Goal, you will be up after that. All right, Rhonda, I'm going to switch cards up here. Oh, very good. I'm glad. Thank you so much, Rhonda. Hello, hello. So you'd like to see what energy Rex has towards you. His energy has changed. Okay, let's take a look here. What's going on with Rex? What's going on with Rex? What else? Anything else? Okay. Mm. We got the Three of Cups coming in here. And looking over these other cards, the Three of Cups can mean like three people in regards to like a third party coming in with emotion. I do see, with this death and this rebirth, that there's this change, of course, that's coming here in the interactions with them. Um, but because I see this card, the Strength card shows me that with the combination of these cards, that there's this situation that comes into your life that turns you to your inner strength, which means that something on the outside becomes scary to us in a way, or fearful, or challenging. And we're like, okay, I've got to turn inward for my courage, connect to my higher self, and really understand the strength that I really do have. Because you've got the also the Ace of Wands, which is new passion, new drive, new energy coming in. And the Seven of Swords, which swords are thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And the Seven of Swords is this energy of understanding what of your own thoughts and your own beliefs were stealing something from your life. So, there's this new passion coming in, this new power coming in too, after the strength card, which really feel is you're really getting a hold of understanding your power in your life, and that other people's actions don't mean anything about you, but you also do this self-reflection into the Seven of Swords, which is understanding what beliefs inside of me allowed myself to feel this way, and for it to steal things away because of the pressure that all these expectations I had on myself and others in a situation might have been. And so I kind of feel like whatever this is coming in here, it feels like there's this third party that's um, creating this blow up, this ending of whatever situation that's going on here. But in the end, I feel you find such strength through it and such power, self-empowerment through it, and it allows you to get to a space to let go of some of these restrictive thoughts and beliefs that have stole so much out of your life, joy and relationships and progress and self-esteem and self-worth, that there's these things that happened in life, and it allows you to really get a hold of your power, and it's freeing for you. So just know that whatever comes this way, that it is happening for you. Your higher self wanted these things to come across, their fated events, so that you could see higher and see more deeply and see your true power, and not continue to feel less than, um, and at other people's whims, is kind of what I feel. So hang in there, Rhonda. Sending you a lot of love and a lot of blessings. Okay. All right. Zarissa, you are up. Hey, J Star. You're welcome, Kritika. And Shika, you will be up after Zarissa. So, Darvish, Salter, current feelings that they have for you. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. So, what's going on with this Sultan? Okay. All right. Well, she's got the King of Pentacles here. So their current feelings for you, I mean, they really feel like they are in this position of it feels like a position of power. I don't know. They just feel like let me show you this other one too here, so it makes sense together. Because you have the Ace of Wands, which is about passion and drive, and also really grasping their power and understanding it, and they feel very confident and almost a little cocky about, I can make her world full and complete. I could do that, And I'm like, well, that's not really feelings for you, but it's the feelings around you and about you, right? That's what they're feeling. And they've got the Four of Swords here, so they've got this peace of mind, and I kind of feel like they're just like, yeah, I can do this, and I've got nothing to worry about. I don't know where all this stuff is coming from, but like why he's feeling this. But Six of Pentacles is about equal giving, equal and receiving, and he feels he has enough for himself and that he's able to give to others. But there's the Eight of Cups here, which is about leaving behind old emotions that don't serve them and moving into like a wish fulfillment as well. So I feel like whatever this has spawned in them, that they obviously you have sparked something within them, because they feel like they have to. It's almost like a peacock that does its big little, all those beautiful feathers to impress. And they're like, look at who I am, look what I can do. And I feel like they're needing to do that to be able to leave behind some old emotions that they had of rejection before, when other people, someone else, said, no thank you, and rejected them or used them. And so they have this big defense mechanism that is there, but they're working through that. Okay. Which is good. You have also the Hanged Man, which is about, it's going to take time for things to unfold, because they are going through this process of it's almost like they're pumping themselves up to go, yeah, I got this, I can do this, this is who I am, I can do this, da, 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 da. And because they do have the 9 of Cups, like we talked about, they're leaving old emotions behind. The 8 of Cups, it takes them into the 9 of Cups, which is this wish fulfillment. And so I really feel like they think that you would be this dream come true for them. And there's the victory card, the sun card, the brightness that comes in here too. So I really feel like they're going through this really big testosterone building, confidence building, pre-fight ritual to be able to feel confident to move forward again. Because the big thing that the waiting period is for is they're letting go of old emotions that no longer serve them, that the disappointment that they had, those things, they're really working through that and taking things up to this next spot, this next not spot, this next step going forward. So it's just about you waiting. And whenever we're waiting on someone else to come into our life and to take action, we work on our self-love. We work on ourselves so that we're going to be at the right vibration to receive that. So we look at our self-love. And because if we only love ourselves this much, we can only receive love to the extent that we love ourselves. And we can only give love to the extent we love ourselves. So if we want more love and be able to give more love than that and receive more love than that, then we work on our self-love, which then gets bigger and bigger. So that's what you can do in the meantime while we're waiting for them to finish their peacock dance, and then it'll happen. So I like that for you. So many blessings to you, Zarissa. All right. Shika, you are up. And then Melissa, good morning. You are next after that. So Shika, why has Jay ignored your message? Jay, why are you doing this? Let's take a look here. Okay. Well, it seems here, you got the Page of Cups going on here, which is about new love, new emotion that's coming in. And they also have the Knight of Cups, which is about emotional movement and a quest for love. And then there's the 7 of Cups, which is the confusion of love. So I almost feel like they are in a real confused state emotionally. And it seems like there might be more than one thing happening here in his life that is triggering emotions. And so it's like they're really withdrawn to deal and try to understand. They're just like overwhelmed with emotion. Let me see here. Is this also like, what are these emotions about? Can you tell us? So 6 of Wands, it is recognition that they're looking at. So they're looking at being recognized. Okay. Yeah. So it looks like they've got a lot of external stuff happening, because you got the 6 of Wands, which is all about they're looking at how they're being perceived, their recognition. They've got the 7 of Coins, which is like they're trying to work hard on having the external coins and the stuff of the outside world go. And the 5 of Coins is about it's like this change that's going on with them about where their sustenance is coming from the outside world. And And it is kind of some challenges around their worth and their fear that they're not going to have enough. And so I feel like they're just so distracted about outside world stuff that emotions and they're just all over the place, that they're not even organized. Um, because when we go into fear, we go out of our minds and we don't act normal. And I feel like he's in this place where he feels his life is being really shaken up. And so whatever's happening, whether it's any other specifics, I almost feel like there's significant changes with family, like someone's sick or someone passed, and then something to do with his work, something to do with, So there is Nine of Swords, all the thoughts and beliefs, insomnia, nightmares. So there's all these expectations. This is like, why are you responding to me? And he's like, oh, I'm busy fighting off all these swords. So that's what is going on with them. They just got a ton of fear-based things from all these different areas of their life happening. And so they're just like, I can't take it. So I don't feel anything about you specifically. I just feel like their life is, they're in the middle of a storm doing somersaults. That's why they aren't responding to anyone. They're just like, or it's spotty here and there, and they forget. They, delete a message or thought they responded or didn't see it, or they'll think they'll do it later, and then they get distracted by 9 other things and they forget. It's that type of thing. So just send them love. That's all you can do for them right now. And while you're waiting, like we always say, while we're waiting to hear a message back, look at, what is this telling me about me? Why are you ignoring your messages from you? Ooh, that's a neat mirror, right? I love how mirrors work. We can look into it and go, how am I ignoring messages I'm sending to myself? And use your energy on that, because you can't do anything about Jay. He's gonna, after he gets back into the eye of the storm where he'll probably contact you. But in the meantime, it's happening for you. So you can go, what messages of my higher self and myself am I ignoring? And see what you find out. That would be fun. So that's what they have for you, Shika. So many blessings. All right. Melissa, you are up. Hey, Nisha, Dune, and Dune, you will be next. All right. So good morning. And you want to know what Henry's love energies towards you, since you don't have communication from a week ago. Oh, some misunderstandings. Okay, we'll take a look there. Let me see. That coffee is way, way cold. I'm moving to my backup. That should still be hot. Oh yeah, there we go. So let's take a look here and see what is going on with Henry. All right, so what is up with Henry towards you? What else? All right. Well, Mr. Henry, he's got this two of wands is about this awareness of where he's investing his energy. And it's like he's focusing on 10 of cups. He's focusing on his happiness. And so it's like whatever happened, it's like he reverted to, I don't want to say self-centeredness, but yeah, self-centeredness. And because he's got the emperor here, which he's like, well, I want some stability over my life. And so I'm doing things that make me feel stable. And he's got the Ace of Coins, which is about new opportunities in the outside world. So it's like he's investing his energy, because the Magician is here too, which is all about where I'm focusing my energy, the two of that's two of staves, which is the two of wands, is a lot like this, where the magician knows wherever he points the wand is what grows and impacts. And I feel like he's like really, um, whenever emotional things come up, he pours himself into work and activity, outside things, outside opportunities. Boom, 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 boom. And so um, I don't feel like there's anything that is devastating with this. It's just the Knight of Coins here is the Knight of Pentacles, which is about it takes time. And it's almost like they just need to settle down and allow their emotions to return. Um, and then they'll be fine. But I feel like when there's emotional things, they just push the emotions way down and they take all that energy and they stay active with it all. So like that. Yeah. And you have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is this energy of fiery energy, tempers flare, and then eventually it returns back to the stability, and it returns back to love. But I feel like whatever the misunderstanding is, that they just buried it all and then have just thrown themselves into work and activity. So if you want advice, just like, so what can you do with the situation? Let's see what they say here. No. Well, so you got the Lover's card and they have the Knight of Pentacles. It's like, give it time. Give it time. That's what they're saying to do. You just have to give it time. And yeah, you just have to give it time. It'll return back. It's like you just have to give him a space and be understanding and just send him love. And while, like we've been always saying, spirit goes, and while you're waiting, you can work on what you learned through this about yourself. And so I love the mirror that they've been doing. So we can turn your questions around for self-reflection if you so choose, because you can ask yourself, replace Henry with yourself. So you want to know what your love energy is towards you, because you haven't communicated with yourself since the misunderstanding. Where are you? Where's your love and your attention for you since that happened? So I like it. So if you choose, you can take a look at that while you're in your waiting period, waiting for him to process and come back from all his activity. So that's what they have for you, Melissa. So many blessings to you. All right, Dune, you are up. And Benita, Bala, you will be up after that. So what does your next week look like, Dune? Let's take a look here. Okay. Sorry, they're being very specific here. Okay, let's see what this is about. Okay. All right. Next week seems to be some time where you're turning inward here with the Hermit card, just to understand and connect and see what's going on. I think because you do have a tower, something next week gets moved out of your way for your path. And this is making space. Actually, I feel like it's a block. There's something that was blocking your path. Like if this was blocking you walking towards this, it's like this gets removed out of your way so that you can move forward. So there's something that gets this block, whatever has been keeping you, moves out of your way and allows you to move towards emotional fulfillment, towards your path towards emotional fulfillment. It's still going to take a little bit of time. Um, and actually, I feel like this is take the block that has happened was making you feel like things were taking forever. But now with that block removed, the 7 of Pentacles is kind of like this, the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit, and you start to see fruit grow, and you're like, "You know what? I'm just not want that anymore. Now that I'm seeing the fruit from it, and now that this block is moved, and you're like, I can go that way now, and I'm going to go that way. And it's like with all this that unfolds, you really realize, okay, I do want to take a different direction. And it's great because you have the magician, you have the power and the energy, and you have everything inside of you to make this thing happen. And so you switch this energy, you switch where you're focusing your wand. So you're like you were growing apple trees, and then you had this I want to have an applesauce company that's going to give great applesauce, and I can't wait. All these blocks kept on happening, where it wouldn't let you buy the factory, it wouldn't let you do this, it wouldn't let you do that, and you have this apple orchard that you have, and then with all these blocks and everything that's happening, then suddenly it's like the bank goes, "Oh yeah, in fact, instead of just that $10,000 that was going to buy, that factory for apples, well, actually, we'll approve you up to 50,000." And you're like, "What?" And that block that gets removed, you're suddenly going, applesauce is not so important because I had another plan that was more of what I wanted, which was a guacamole factory that would cost $40,000. And I have all these avocado tree orchard I can buy, and I'm going to sell that, and then you make this change. So that's the kind of stuff I feel is happening. Is there something that's falling away, something that's opening up this opportunity that makes you change your direction and change where you want to invest your energy and what you want to do next week. So I like it, Dune. It just means there's something brighter heading your way. So many blessings. You hang in there. Right. Benita, you are up. Hey, Christy. Thank you for liking and sharing. And great reminder. Thank you guys so much. All of you who have liked and subscribed to my channel. I'm very, very grateful. It helps spread the Zen love. So thank you for being a part of the tidal wave, the tsunami of love going out to the world. So thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. All right. And then Queen Libra, you will be after Benita. And then Christy, you'll be after that. All right. So Benita, what does Preet like about you? All right. Let's take a look here. What doesn't he like? I mean, come on, Benita. Let's take a look here. See specifically what they like here. Okay. Okay. So he does like you. You have the Ace of Cups. And I like the Ace of Cups too, because one of the things he likes about you is that you're very giving. You have a huge heart, and you just it feels like you just are full of love and you let it overflow out to people. So he likes your compassion. He likes how you care about people. And amongst that, he likes what people think of you. You have the Six of Wands here. So he likes how people look up to you and how they, um, I was going to say, because of how caring and everything you are, whenever they see you around other people are glad to see you because you're such a giving person. You're so loving and caring that they're just like, hey, and he likes seeing that. He likes, how that, the reputation, the recognition you get. So I like that. And then you have the Knight of Swords, which is your thirst for truth, your commitment, because a knight is like a quester, right? It's like your quest for truth and your quest for honesty. And I don't feel like you are blunt, maybe a little bit, but you do it in such a loving way. people, because you're so caring all the time, that when if you say something that might zip them a little bit and go, oh, they realize where it's coming from. But you do have this pursuit of truth, which he really likes. It's like, I don't have to, like, you have integrity, and he really likes that about you too. So that's what they have for you right now, Benita. So many blessings for you. All right, Queen Libra, you are up. And Verinda, you are very welcome. Oh, thank you. You guys, you are just on this cold day in Colorado, making me just so full of warmth. Thank you. And then Christy, you'll be after Queen Libra. So what is Trent's current feelings towards you? Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. So current feelings, there's some fire that is going on here. You've got the 8 of Wands is like a lot of passion, a lot of fast movement and energy. So, very, very passionate feelings that are there, a lot of, heat. And the 7 of Wands, though, is also this, um, I almost feel like that they have this feeling that they're lower than you in a way. And so, whatever area of life this is, if it's um, social status or wealth or personality or popularity or education, whatever it is, there's something that they think of you up here and they feel they're down here. And um, and so there's this kind of uh, it's not intimidation though. It's just like this awareness that they're like almost like you're out of their league in an area of their life. And so there's this awareness that they have there. And it's interesting too with your feelings. Um, you have the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and birth and stuff. And the 6 of Cups is about nostalgia and old memories too. And I hate to tell you this, but it's like, I feel like you remind him of his mother in some ways. I know. No, not the curse of you remind me of my mother. No, I don't want to be Noman's mother. But I feel like it's it's what happens in, straight males. I guess it happens with all males probably, that they're attracted to people that have the um characteristics that they love and about their parents, right? So it's not a bad thing, but take a look here. Yeah, see, it's beneficial, yeah, because you have the 8 of Coins, oops, and the 10 of Coins. So the 10 of Coins is about abundance and fullness in the outside world, and the 8 of Cups is about movement up. So I feel like, they do feel it's abundance, they do feel it's wholesome and everything. And I feel like there'll be movement here in the near future that will come up regarding it. But I can see it now. He's like, hey, do you want to go out? I'm not your mother. Anyway, Queen Libra, that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Sorry if I said that so loud. All right. All right. Thank you so much, Verinda. All right. Christy, you are up. And then Psychotech, you'll be up after that. So a general read, absolutely, for the future, what you need to know. I do want to go to the Angel Oracle Guide. Let's see what they have to say here. All right, there it is. Oh, wow, look at that. Holy love. Beautiful card there. Before I read that, I'm going to take another drink here. And it says, you are blessed to receive this card today, for it shows that you are being surrounded by loving energy, and the cup of your heart will be filled until it overflows with goodness. The angels who are with you now know that at times you can feel unloved and unappreciated, and this can block your experience of love and appreciation. The divine energy that is surrounding you at this time is there to help you melt away any blockages so that you can be open and receptive to the love and appreciation that you deserve. Your angel guide is encouraging you to view yourself in a loving way and to give yourself permission to be loved. If you've been holding back for a while but are now ready to share the love you have within, this card brings the message that it is safe for you to do so. The extended message says, angels of love are gathering around you in awe and celebration, for you are finally willing to remember how loving and lovable you are, and heaven is guiding you to see that you deserve loving relationships, loving experiences, and loving acceptance from the world around you. This card marks a milestone in your own self-awareness. It acknowledges the steps that you have taken to claim your worth and to recognize that you deserve to be loved and respected and to feel good. It also acknowledges a new level of spiritual openness, which draws even more divine love from your angels and the Creator. You are loved beyond your wildest dreams by the power and the presence that created you. And through receiving and acknowledging that love, you will create even more loving experiences in your life. Wow. Boom, right? I love that. Wow. What more can you say, Christy? You are loved and surrounded by love. Can feel it. Beautiful. So that's what message they have for you right now, Christy. So many blessings to you. I almost wanted to cry. It just felt so to the core, you know? It just feels wonderful. I love it. All right. Hey, Kaylee. Welcome, welcome. Psychotech, you'll be up. And then Shanda, hello. You'll be up after that. All right. So, Psychotech, you want to know why are you unlikable and unlovable? Let's take a look here. I'm sorry you feel that way. Almost wanted to say it's because you're surrounded by jerks. But of course, that's not very loving to say. Well, instead, it's because you're surrounded by people who don't like themselves and who don't love themselves. Yeah, that's why. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit would like you to know. Let's get these cards in order here. Okay. Yeah. So Spirit is saying you have the Page of Wands here. And they really, you're about to enter this time of really understanding your power and your energy, because you got the hanging ghost here, which is normally the hanged man. They're normally hanging upside down from the tree with one of their feet, and it looks like a cocoon. And you're about to go into this period of moving from this feeling like an ugly caterpillar, and you're going into this cocoon, and you're going to be melting away old beliefs and old ways of looking at yourself, because you have the King of Swords here. And the King of Swords has this Ace of Swords. And you're on this journey of connecting to these capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love, which will show you how precious you are and how unconditionally loved you actually are. And it allows you to cut away these thoughts and these beliefs that no longer serve you. You know, the Page of Swords, I'm sorry, the Page of Wands is while you're in that cocoon, and as your wings start to form, you start to see how powerful you are and how you're going to be able to put that into practice once you get through the cocoon. And I like that for you, because you do have some really powerful cards that come up here. You know, again, they continue with your death and your rebirth here. Of while you're in the cocoon, the caterpillar melts and becomes caterpillar juice, but it also it's still part of the butterfly. It just transforms into something different. It looks different, it feels different, it acts different. It no longer crawls along the forest floor after it struggles to get out of the cocoon. It's the struggle getting out of the cocoon that builds the butterfly muscles and allows it to fly. If someone cuts open a cocoon to try to get the butterfly out without them going through the struggle, their wings never develop, their wing muscles, and they can never fly. And so it's important for the struggle for you that you're going through and facing these thoughts and these beliefs about yourself, so that you can become this beautiful, beautiful butterfly that's going to be able to fly and go so much further than you have ever been before. I mean, you have the star card here, which is wish fulfillment that's coming, and it's a symbol of hope as well. But this is about hanging in there. You do have these wishes, these things, these dreams that will come true, but you have to be able to fly there. And able to fly there, you have to, get rid of these weights of these thoughts and these beliefs that are not true and that don't serve you any longer. Like they said, if you feel unlikable, if you feel unlovable, it's because you were given these opinions when you were younger about, all these rules of who you were supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be, but it's not for you anymore. Those things do not define you. You get to learn that. You have the moon card here too, which is about you. While you're in the cocoon, you're doing deep diving into the unknown, the subconscious. What are all these beliefs? Where all did these come from? But it's a transformation that happens because you're able to connect so deeply, really, to the spiritual world. It's going to be a big piece of this journey for you, because that's where you find the unconditional love that's in your heart, and not all this conditional love that's in your brain. That King of Swords is what you're using to connect to this unconditional love truth in your heart, and it's allowing you to cut away these conditional love laws and these fears of losing conditional love out of your mind. And at the end of it all, you end up with the Three of Wands, which is this wonderful change of course in your life as you embark from your cocoon, from this, with this new awareness of the beauty of who you are, and your wings are drying, and you're looking, going, wow, I could never even dream of going and doing things. As a caterpillar, I couldn't go over a stream. I couldn't, quickly rise to the top of a tree. Now I can flutter and, very easily fly miles. Like they have the monarch butterfly in the United States. There's this little they have huge I call them flocks of monarch butterflies that go hundreds of miles, which a caterpillar would have been like, what? No way, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm just going to stay here. butterflies are like, yeah, we can go great distances. And I feel like that's what's unfolding for you, Psychotech. So that is what they have for you. So hang in there, many blessings. You are likable, you are lovable unconditionally. So hang in there, many blessings to you. All right, Shanda, you are up, and then Kaylee. All right, so let's take a look here. I am doing well. Oh, thank you so much. Always smiling. Oh. So, Dhruvi, just wanted to ask you, will you settle to any foreign country? Oh, okay, let's take a look here. Are you going to go to another country, settle in another country? Would you like Shanda to know about that, please? Okay. Oop. Wow. Let me show you all this. So I feel so let me show you the two cards, and then I'm going to show you these other ones. Okay, so these two cards are telling me, because these came out almost first. You have the Ace of Swords, which is about new beginnings or new thoughts and new ideas, new ways of looking at things. And then you also have the Knight, which Knights are all about movement. Can be movement of thought and belief and expectations and stuff too. But I feel like these are showing movement. And so I do show like this would be movement. But to have this happen, what's happening here? Because you have the Queen of Swords, which she's balancing of heart and mind. And the Ace of Swords does say about, reviewing expectations. What do I feel it has to be, supposed to be, should be's, right? All the swords, like, because you have three swords, and then you have a fourth sword card, which is the Five of Swords, which is about conflict of thoughts as well. And I kind of feel like with all of this, they were saying, like, yes, that you will be moving, but the important thing here, because let me bring this one in here too. You have the Devil card, which is your shadow, which does challenge your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets about the who and the how and the where and all that. I do feel like you are, but I feel like you're also, before all that happens, you are really having this conflicting thoughts and people that have other opinions and blah, 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 blah. So you have a lot of conflict in here, and you have a lot of conflict out of here and into here in the physical world, where you are really figuring out um, how strict some beliefs are about where you want to live and supposed to live and should live and need to live and must live and blah, blah, blah. And so it's really opening up. I feel like looking into those things and really reflecting on those things, that Queen of Swords is standing out so strong because she does balance her mind, but she also makes sure her heart is in there. Because if we have a lot of supposed to's in our head and we obey those, we may not enjoy it. We may not be having our heart. Our heart isn't singing. It feels like it's caged and being dragged along, but it's like allowing the heart to also be expressed. And so with these changes, with this mindset, I feel like you're going through, you do move to this new way of thinking, and that allows you to move to maybe somewhere you hadn't thought of before, or that you wouldn't allow yourself to think to go to, because your heart wanted it, but your mind goes, no, that's stupid, or it can't happen. No, there's no way. Blah, blah, blah. It's like when you really balance your heart and your mind and they get to sit down at a table together, then it allows you to go to somewhere where you wouldn't have allowed yourself before, is what I feel. And when you go, you do have the Six of Coins that comes in here, which is having enough for yourself and being able to help others too. So I feel like it is successful wherever you go. So I like that for you. So I'm excited to see what ends up coming for you there. So many blessings to you, Shanda. All right. Kaylee, you are up. And then Ash Wilson, you will be up after that. All right, Kaylee, general reading. Let's take a look here. Actually, they do want to go to the Oracle of E for you. So let's see what they have here. What would you like Kaylee to know? All right. Hasta la vista, baby. That's my poor imitation of Arnold Schwarzenegger. So that's 52. And card number 52, which is the last week of the year, last card in the deck. Makes sense. Remember that song Queen Elsa sings in the Disney movie Frozen when she unleashes her magic? Well, if you didn't catch this animated flick, it's time to let it go. Walk away, and just like you never look back at the trash can you leave at the curb, don't give it a second glance. It's time for new beginnings. Out with the old and in with the new. So definitely they're telling you that whatever this thing is that you've been wondering, but I don't want to let it go. It's like a trash can at the curb. You just go and put it there and you don't look back at it going, I'm going to miss you, trash can. You just go and put it by the curb, and that is it. And so I like that for you, Kaylee. Very clear message for whatever this may be. And but it's perfect because it's giving you permission to choose you, and I like it. So that's what they have for you today, Kaylee. So many blessings. All right, Ash, you are up. Hello, Noel, Dr. V, and David Colbert. You'll be up after Ash. Okay. So, Ash, you are saying you and this guy have been together for 5 years. Oh. Okay, let's take a look here and see what's going on here. Do you have anything to worry about with this person? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think you're all right. Because you've got the universe, the world card here, Ash, and this is ending of an old cycle and the beginning of a new adventure. So this is an ending to whatever was going on with them. And you have the star card, which is wish fulfillment and hope and brightness in the feeling of darkness. So there is a star, that's there. And you have the Four of Coins, the Four of Pentacles, which is about a solid foundation in your outside world. So I don't feel like there's anything, going on here that can impact you. It's the ending of a cycle. And I really feel that, we have this power that we have to, whatever you're focusing on is what grows, right? And we talk about this a lot on the channel. It comes up in a lot of readings about, we have an Ace of Wands, and whatever we point at grows. And so when we point at something we don't want in our life and we point at something that is missing from our life, that stuff grows. But instead we can point it towards what we're grateful for and what we do want in our life, and then that grows instead. So I feel like it's time for you to really focus on what you do want in your life and what you're grateful for in your life. And you say you guys have been together for a long time. So if you're still with them, that universe card is an ending of a cycle and a beginning of something new. If you're able to leave, I feel like that's what they're telling you to do, is it's time for you to have an ending of the cycle and have a new beginning. And that you can move on to a wish fulfillment. You can have a solid foundation in the outside world. without them. So if you're able to, and sometimes it's scary to leave someone and you feel like you won't have anywhere to be or do or anything like that. But it's like, no, it's time. It's time to end the cycle, right? So, whatever you need to do, to get out of the situation legally. I don't want them finding him somewhere. So you take care of you, is what I'm hearing with all that ending of a major cycle, right? So hang in there, Ash. We're all sending you a lot of love, and please be careful. Right? Many blessings. All right. So David, you are up. And then Yukta, you'll be up after that. So David, how stable is your relationship at the moment? Let's see here. All right. Well, they did give you 2 cards. It's looking good here. Because you've got the victory card with the Chariot, which also is movement and the power of choice. And you have the Empress card here, which is about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and about newness too. And I kind of feel like, you can almost look at this as like moving on to a new relationship, but I also feel like this is like it's an opportunity to make a choice to take a relationship to a higher level by the power of choice and by nurturing it and by nurturing yourself and nurturing the other person too. So I kind of feel like this Chariot card is allowing you to see that you have a choice, right? There's either, I kind of feel like you are at this point, this fork in the road. I'm either going to invest the energy and move it up, or it's best I move out of it, right? So the stability of it, I feel, is like, that's why it may be why you're asking the question. It feels unstable because it can't stay where it is now. It either needs to go up or out. There's no staying in right now where you're at. It's like it needs to grow or it needs to go. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to remember that. It needs to grow or it needs to go. And that's what they have for you, David. So I like that for you. Because it is. Either way, it's going to be for you and for them. You're either going to take it to this higher level of love and commitment and renewal, or allowing yourself not to be a block for them to have happiness, if you're not willing to go any further on it, and also to open you up to what you're looking for in your life. If this isn't where you want to go, then now's the time to free each other, or take each other higher. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, David. So many blessings for you there. All right. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. The list is like eternally long, everybody. And I appreciate so much. I'm like almost at 3 hours. So Yukta is going to be my last one for this session. And I will be back though in 5 hours at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and every night, of course, during the week. If you need an answer and I wasn't able to get to you, please, huge apologies. My heart aches that I can't pull cards for everyone's question, but it is the list gets very long. And but I do have a ton of pre-recorded videos, weekly energy updates, monthly readings, all of those by individual zodiac sign, pick a card readings, and a lot of other playlists. So if you need an answer now, check out my main page and follow your heart to which playlist to go to. And just trust that there are messages from spirit for you. They're very smart that way. They know where to draw you to get messages as well. And the earlier you get into the session, of course, I usually get through several in 2.5. Lately, I've been pushing it more than I'm supposed to 3 hours, but um, the earlier the better. And I also offer personal readings if you guys ever need those. All that information is listed in the description box of the video below too. So please know that every second of every day of your life that you guys are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. Please hang in there. I send you guys lots of love and light. I'm going to do Yukta's reading real quick here. And again, thank you guys all for the thumbs up and all the subscribers. It's helping spread love to the world, and I'm so glad that you're a part of it too. All right. So Yukta, you want to know a reading on why you are not married yet? Okay, sir. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit would like you to know. Okay. I went, because you got the Lover's card that popped up here. So it's like, yes, exactly. Well, these cards popped out together. So you have the Seven of Swords, which is your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, those things. And the Seven of Swords is about understanding what thoughts and beliefs about yourself are what are stealing away your opportunities for here. So there's some beliefs that are here that are blocking you. Um, and they if you're not conscious of them, it makes sense because that means they're subconscious. They're down here in your heart, down here underneath the surface. And so there's things that you can do, of course, to try to look into that and try to understand what are these emotions, where's my self-love? You've been searching for love, but have you on the outside, but have you looked for love on the inside? A great book that they're bringing to mind is The Path to Love by Deepak Chopra. It's a mind-blowing, heart-opening book. So if you haven't read it before and it resonates, check it out, because it really helps you understand it. You also, in addition to the Seven of Swords, you have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is about emotional confusion too, and about understanding what it is you really want in your heart. And then these two sevens are like there's a block in the middle. Think of like a six would be three on each side, and a seven means something plunked right down the middle that's blocking you. And so this block is what Spirit is wanting you to look at and investigate, these emotional blocks and these mental blocks about relationship. And again, that book is a great place to start because you have the Ace of Pentacles. And I feel like if you look into those thoughts and those beliefs and emotions that you have, those blocks, that it does bring new opportunities up. But I feel like this is the time to look into that and understand where is it. And it has to do with how you feel about yourself underneath. And it usually go back to your emotional development when we're like 7 years old and younger. There's things, beliefs that were formed about our worth and what we're worthy of. And then that's what is keeping you from bringing in the energy and matching the vibrational love energy of marriage. And so it's your vibration isn't allowing you to get that high, so you're not able to move into it. So that's what they have for you right now, Yukta P. So many blessings to you. I'm excited to see how that unfolds for you there. So many, many blessings. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. You hate taking the trash out, but you let it go. You crack me up, Kaylee. So thank you guys so much for all the comments and all that. I wish I could stay on here 3 more hours, but 3 hours is a lot, and I need to go eat, and I have some other stuff I have to do before my 7 o'clock tonight. So thank you guys so much, and please know I love you all dearly. As I mentioned, for all the other people that just came in since I mentioned it, I'm on at 7 p.m. Mountain Time every single night, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. I have a ton of pre-recorded videos. So if you need an answer now, please go check out the playlists and follow your heart. There's messages there for you. I also offer personal readings. All that information is listed down in the description box of the video below. Until then, you guys hang in there, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Take care.